and repeated that feat, winning the European Cup again in 2008 with the Turkish outfit. So now Anderson in possession of the basketball, 12 points to 7, Canada trail, 4 minutes left to play in the first period of this gold medal game here at the National Indoor Stadium. Joey Johnson puts the shot up, it won't count though. The foul was called before he had the opportunity to shoot the ball. And the foul is called against Justin Eveson of Australia. So Canada have the possession. That's good work by the Canadians and good shooting by number 7 Richard Peter. His first basket of the evening. Found himself open under the basket at the restart. Slotted the ball in nice and comfortably. Brad Ness, long high pass, finds Eveson. Good tilt from Eveson and in off the glass. Good use of his body there to tilt his chair up, give him an added inch or two over the likes of Joey Johnson. And got the shot away well, great balance shown there. Foul called again on the play, and it looks like it's Eveson again who's going to get that one. Not a happy call for him, and it looks like that's his third. He's leaving the game. Troy Sachs comes into the game. Sachs, erratic player, some might say, scored 42 in a gold medal game in Atlanta 96 to beat Great Britain. But we haven't seen him much on the world stage since, or not to that effect anyway. Back here in Beijing and looking for another gold, 12 years on from Atlanta. So 14-10 now to the Australians. Norris in control of the basketball for them, trying to calm the team down. Troy Sachs looks at the long two, thinks about it, doesn't take it on. Up goes the long two, and that's fantastic shooting from the Australian guard. And that's Michael Hartnett, good shooting from him. His first shot of the evening, he just takes his time, straight in the basket. That's what Ben Ettridge, the Australian coach, will be looking for. And Patrick Anderson now in control of the basketball, finds Boriskov. Jamie Boriskov thought about the shot but had the big player, Troy Sachs, on him and decided not to go for it. Chris Stutenberg now down the right-hand side, looks for Boriskov, but well claimed by Troy Sachs, using his height to his advantage. And away comes Sachs now with the basketball. Out it goes to Sean Norris. He takes his time, looks at the two-point shot, looks for the pass to Brad Ness, can't find him, and that's good rebounding. Oh, sorry, a good dispossession by Patrick Anderson. Now, Richard Peter tries to find Joey Johnson. Johnson draws a foul, and it's Brendan Dowler it's called against. That's his first foul of the evening. As I said earlier, Justin Eveson already out the game, or being taken out of the game by his coach, Ben Ettridge. 3 fouls early on this first quarter. And they decided to keep him for later on. So Troy Sachs into the game for that. Brendan Dowler's, though, first foul of the evening. Joey Johnson, good shooting from the Canadian big man. And Johnson misses with his second. Took a long time to get into the game against the USA in the semi-final. Johnson came in with some big points later on and starts off with his first free throw going in there. Good rebounding that by Patrick Anderson. Brad Ness just couldn't quite hold on, couldn't put the basket away, couldn't quite claim the rebound either. So the score now, 5-point ball game. Australia 16, Canada 11. Anderson trying to find his way through, finds Johnson, back to Anderson. Anderson over to Joey Johnson again. The shot goes up and he draws another foul from the Australians. He'll go to the line again. I think that foul was called against Troy Sachs, number 5. That'll be his first foul of the evening. Of course, each player has 5 fouls, and if they exceed, or if they get to the 5th foul, they have to leave the ball game. So 1 minute 33 left here in the first quarter. It's been a steady first quarter from both teams. And Joey Johnson there just makes it 4 points the difference now. He's hit 2 from 4 from the free throw line. And he leaves the game as David Eng, number 15 for Canada, comes in to replace him. Troy Sachs into Sean Norris. Norris tries to get that shot in the basket from over his head. Can't quite do it. Richard Peter now down the other end. Good for 2. Good breakaway basket that from the Canadians. They're trying to get the quick break on the Australians here. And Richard Peter, very experienced player for them. Just slotted away the basket. Makes it 16-14 now to Australia. 1 minute left to play. And Australia will have possession from the Canadian baseline. Brad Ness into the paint, puts the shot up, doesn't go for him. Slow start to the evening from the Australian captain, usually so reliable in front of the basket. Good work round the back there by Richard Peter. Moves out, just taking his time, finds Stoutenberg. Stoutenberg dummies the shot, finds David Eng, looking for the 3, and it goes for the Canadians. Taking their time well there, Canada. Just 18 seconds left to play, and David Eng just slotting that 3-point shot in to give them their first lead of the evening. Not quite going to plan for the Australians at the end of this first quarter. Troy Sachs there shaking his head. They know they wasted that opportunity to go into the first quarter break. 1 point in the lead, and it's Patrick Anderson now in possession of the basketball. Looks for the long 3 again. Doesn't get it this time. Good rebounding there by Brad Ness. So the first quarter ends here at the National Indoor Stadium, Beijing, and it's Australia who are behind at the first break. That man Richard Peter, some important baskets from him. David Eng, a fantastic 3 for the Canadians, making it 17-16 at the first break. All to play for, still 30 minutes left of wheelchair basketball to come. These two to gold medal game. Of course, last night USA saw off Germany in the women's tournament to win the gold medal. Team Australia women won the bronze against Japan. The Australian men will be looking to get the gold here this evening. But of course, Canada's women out of the medals completely, so they'll be looking for some sort of silverware for their team, or goldware I should say. And good shooting there from Patrick Anderson to start off the quarter. Makes that his 6th points of the evening. Michael Hartnett just helped back up into his chair there, just having to readjust some of his straps. Many of the players use straps to help keep them in their chairs. And Hartnett just having to readjust some of his after tilting out of the chair. Troy Sachs then in possession of the basketball, finds Sean Norris. Norris works hard, finds Sachs again under the basket. Good for 2, Troy Sachs. (19-18) now to the Canadians. 9 minutes 19 left to go in this half, first half of the gold medal game. Richard Peter in possession for Canada. Canada all in white. Team Australia in green and gold. And the foul is called on the play. Looks like it's going to be against Troy Sachs, number 5 for the Australians. They're not happy about it. They think the Canadians tilted on the foot plate. In fact, it's called against Sean Norris as opposed to Troy Sachs. And the Australians trying to set up their defence to keep out the likes of Anderson and Joey Johnson. But it is Anderson with possession now. In it goes. Richard Peter puts a shot up. Doesn't go down for Peter. Well reclaimed there by Troy Sachs, and away comes Sean Norris. Norris trying to spark his team into life a bit here. Just 1 point the deficit. Brendan Dowler sits at the top of the three-point line, finds Sachs. Sachs, too much power in that shot. It came back down easily for Patrick Anderson. And Joey Johnson there will be done for tilting on the foot plate. Lifting the back wheels off the ground is not allowed in wheelchair basketball. And Joey Johnson hands possession straight back over to the Australians.